that they're changing my voice. So I've had several people who are working for or with the government apologize to me and say that I'm right during the course of making this series. I mean, it is crystal clear. And as you see the picture on the screen, the collage, you see how these guys resemble each other, right? They sort of look like Superman, right? The Fist of the North Star was a kind of action video game back in the day, right? You see the Ryu, you see the Sub-Zero, you see Hades on the screen, okay? So it goes Fist of the North Star, Hades, then Ryu and Raiden and Sub-Zero, if I'm not mistaken here. I'm not looking at the picture right now, but they're all about the same shape, and it's very Superman-ish shape, okay, in terms of popular culture, what they superimposed on the ideal martial shape, because, the West, they were craftsmen, they're musketeers, knights going around raping and killing people, Romans going around raping and killing people. They didn't really have a code of honor. I mean, quite often pretended they did, and at times Caesar flat out said that he wanted people to think more highly of Rome, and he wanted to kind of play off all the horrible stuff that they were doing, and that's part of why they accepted Christianity, was to create that facade. And you can clearly see here that they're trying to cause it to seep into your subconscious. I mean, how many of you growing up said, hey, that guy looks like Superman? They're trying to put in your subconscious, and it doesn't work. Okay. When we see a white person, the vast majority of people, the people I've talked to, white people, Jews, you name it, they say, hey, you think of them as privileged and having an unfair edge in society. And it's a huge part of the left wing's argument, and the right wing even admits it to some degree when they say that racism still exists, and some of them argue that it's getting better or something or whatever. So you see, it's, it doesn't help white supremacy. Okay, it makes them look like complete idiots who are incompetent. We see the WWF wrestlers. This is part of where the English and the nerds are trying to get over. The English in terms of the tall English royals, right? People who are tall and Nordic, right? Nordic traits like Hitler was talking about, tall, white, whatever, right? And not just blonde and blue-eyed, right? Brown hair, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so when you look at that, it's clear. I'm sure we're all clear about this. You have any questions, put in the comments. Sub-Zero was a martial art, so-called martial art character, fantasy character, anime character from the game Mortal Kombat, and they made many versions. We're on like Mortal Kombat like 7, 8, or 9 or something these days, 11 or something. It's up there somewhere. It's just like the video game Final Fantasy, where they made many sequels. It's also C and quills, right? It quills, it pacifies. It's there to prevent a righteous warrior from rising up and challenging the culture and having, an attractive woman and having a position of respect. And it's very, very sick for them to do that.